We're here at Nottingham Campground here in Mount Hood National Forest, Oregon. All right, campsite number 7, Nottingham Campground, Mount Hood National Forest. Kind of connected with 6, so that's a privacy ding. See how close you are to the river. Oh, you're right over the river. This is great. I was thinking this side wasn't as river-orific, but it really is. Look at this. Right over the river. This is magic. Okay, so this is pretty epic. We got some strong river access. You got multiple points here. Like right here, you can go down. So you got your own private shoreline. There's your river. You got a little forested area. So I'm gonna say campsite 7 is pretty good. Look at that. You got the sun coming through with some flakes. That's kind of a magic moment. Look at that. It's pretty beautiful. Not gonna lie. So I'm digging 7. Very exposed during summer. Not a lot of shade at the picnic table. Let's go see our privacy lines. Probably the biggest ding against it is you got 6 right over here. 6, 7 right there, 6 right there. Kind of right next to each other and kind of a privacy ding, not gonna lie. I wish 7 didn't have 6 so close. 7 could be pretty special without 6, but 6 is like right there. So that's a ding against it. I'd say good river access, but you do have a little bit of a privacy issue. So if you can get 6 and 7 together, now you got a dream group situation. So that would be my recommendation. Spot 6, Nottingham Campground, National Forest. Big parking. You do have 7 right next to you. That's a privacy ding. Pretty good shade. A lot of places to put your tent. You got your fire pit, your picnic table. You got some sun peeking out. It's beautiful. This little snowflake's starting to come down. It is November 27th, 2023. Okay, so it looks like you do have direct access, but you got to go through this little tree narrow passageway. A little suboptimal. I mean, it's cool, but it's not as good as a lot of the other ones, which are just right on the money shot shoreline. Spot 14, Nottingham Campground, Mount Hood National Forest. And I think this is a good one. Right up against East Fork Hood River. Great privacy lines as far as just canopy of forest. Also great shade for summer. And let's come down here, take a look. Got your fire pit, picnic table, big wide area. You can put your tent straight ahead. Actually, several places you could put your tent. But look at this. Look at this shoreline access, East Fork Hood River. Right here, just go down this little incline, not too dangerous, pretty easy for most people, I'd say. And here is your shoreline access. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is a pretty epic site, I gotta say. This is pretty legend. Over here, got more shoreline access. Your shoreline access just doesn't stop. You've got a site across the way, site 13, but that is a far distance. You got a good sense of privacy. These sites rival some of the best sites in the whole Mount Hood National Forest area. Campsite 13, Nottingham Campground, Mount Hood National Forest. And look at how epic this is. This is right on the shoreline of East Fork Hood River. You got views over there. And come over here to our picnic table, our fire pit. Straight ahead, you could put your tent either in the foreground or even in the background under those trees. And sit, have a campfire, maybe some marshmallows. And look at this. Your own little private access down to shoreline. This is pretty darn premium access. This is epic. You got the corkscrewing, winding East Fork Hood River. You got site 14 across the way. You can see the picnic table. But beyond that, that's a distance away. This world is your oyster right here. This is your domain. Across the street, doing work on our sight lines here. You can see a picnic table across the way there. There you can see a straight shot. That's site 12. So 12's a little bit behind you. That's probably a ding. But beyond those two privacy lines, you're in the forest here. You got canopy, you got shade. You're not worried about the sun in July or August. You got shoreline access to the East Fork Hood River. You got your own beach access. What is not to love about this area? This is epic. Campsite 21, Nottingham Campground, Mount Hood National Forest. And I'm already loving the canopy. This is great for July, August if you're worried about sun exposure. And you can hear the roar. Da-da-da-da. Look at this. This is crazy. You got your picnic table, you got your fire pit, and most importantly, you got this massive overlook of beautiful East Fork Hood River. Look at that. And look at that. So this entire campsite just basically overlooks the beautiful East Fork Hood River. This is epic. This is a bit of a drop off, so you got to be careful. Looks like there is some shoreline access straight ahead. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go take a look. In fact, yeah, great. You can come straight down right here. Gives you kind of a step situation to direct shoreline access of our beautiful trusty friend. As far as privacy lines, you got this forest right here. This insulates you from that side. 20 is over there. You see where those white logs are? That's kind of the shoreline access for 20. So you do kind of share this section of river, but you got a bit of a distance, and you do have good tree canopy cover between your sites. So pretty good privacy, I'd say. So this is campsite 21, Nottingham Campground, Mount Hood National Forest, Oregon. I will also say this, I think a lot of people camping this area from the Portland metropolitan area tendency to want to go to like Trillium Lake and Clear Lake and kind of stay on the west side of the mountain. If you're willing to drop another 20-30 minutes on the front end, which is investment well worth it, especially if you're going 2, 3, 4 nights, 48, 72, 96 hours, it's worth an extra 20-30 minutes driving around to the east side to come here to Nottingham Campground, and you're going to get this epic river shoreline magic. Also kind of opens you up for a bunch of trails you're probably not used to hiking. Some world-class trails on the east side, just like there's on the west side. So highly recommend Nottingham Campground. It's actually starting to become my favorite campground in the whole Mount Hood National Forest area. And this site is one of the reasons why. Site 20, Nottingham Campground, Mount Hood National Forest. Nice big spacious parking. Come down here to your site. Got your picnic table, your fire pit, good tree canopy cover for shade. A couple good spots to put your tent. You can put it there or under there if you really want to be under the tree. Those trees don't look like they're going anywhere. Those are old and hardy. You do have your own private access, East Fork Hood River, so that is nice. See how good the shoreline access is. So come down here, pretty epic, the river, I gotta say. Oh yeah, this is your own premium shoreline access. This is very reasonable. Most able-bodied people should be able to do this. And look at that. Look at that. This is your own shoreline of spot 20. I'll look over there at the picnic table here at Nottingham Campground, Mount Hood National Forest, kind of on the edge of the campground, and you got your own private shoreline, East Fork Hood River. What's not to love?